Hey everyone, in this episode we're going to be spending some time tootling around the absolutely beautiful garden route in South Africa. Once again, I want to thank everyone for helping out, and Ashley, you helped me to do one of the activities we're going to be featuring in this video. So the garden route is in the very southern part of South Africa here. You can see the outline, and then I just zoomed in a little bit. You can see more of the specifics of the area. And we're leaving the Cape Agulhas area and headed more in an easterly direction and headed to
Oudtshoorn.
Trying to do my best to respect that Afrikaans pronunciation. So here's my hot rod, and yeah, isn't that cooler? I'm trying to figure out a way to make it look cooler. I think I found it. The garden route is a remarkable area. They have thousands of unique plant and animal species, and it was really lush and beautiful. Quite a bit of rainfall coming off of the ocean right there. We're on the Indian Ocean side, and it was really stunning. And there were parts, believe it or not, that I was like, this could be the Midwest of the United States, especially the farm area and this windmill. It's like, is this not right out of Kansas or Nebraska somewhere? Anyway, I thought so, and I loved it. But it was beautiful and very agricultural. This is a very popular route in South Africa, not only for locals, but many tourists really enjoy this area, and I can see why. It was absolutely stunning. Like I said, there are thousands of unique plant and animal species, and these weren't real giraffes. These were just little sculptures. And I ran across this sign for Heidelberg, which I thought was wild because the bike got dropped off in Heidelberg, Germany, where the red dot is, and here I am way down by the blue dot. And here was a sign along the road as I went up into the mountains for the police there. It's interesting. And the mountains were just beautiful, really stunning, and a great road for motorcycling. Look at that curve. Oh, it would have been fantastic. And the scenery and everything, but it didn't happen. Just gorgeous mountains. Love it so much. And then this is one of the passes that was easy for me to pronounce, this Robinson Pass. The Afrikaans is challenging. Yeah, another great motorcycle curve there. Oh, and lots of ostrich farms. So much fun. We're going to see more of them later too. Really great. But as I got into the town of
Oudtshoorn,
I got a little bit better appreciation for the human side. These clouds over the mountains are really cool, I thought. And there was this cut block that a lot of the older structures were made from. I thought it was beautiful, and we're going to see more of that later. And there was this bridge that was a single lane, so traffic had to stop if there was oncoming traffic. And there was a suspension footbridge over it, and it was really fun. And I went over it, and this is looking back the other way. And this is some information about it. It's named after some baron that lived there. But if you see a car, you have to stop here. And if there's no car, you can proceed across and go back up the hill, and then the next car can come across. But here's some more of that cut block. And then when I got to the place where I was staying, they had this world map, and that was kind of fun to get my bearings and see where I've been and stuff. And I saw this globe, but they had this switch. They had a plug-in. And when I plugged it in, it showed the ocean currents, and I thought that was really fun too. And then here's some more of the cut block buildings. And I saw something at the base. I was like, what is that? Like, oh my gosh, those are ostrich feather dusters. And there was like this little farmer's market of them and these women selling them. I was like, oh, that is so cool. And so I kind of made a U-turn and got some pictures. But then I headed back out of town and back down the mountains, a little bit different route. And just stunning. I love these mountains so much. Look how beautiful that is. Yeah, really great. And this pass that I'm not going to be able to pronounce.
Otaniqua Pass.
Otaniqua, I think. This road is very popular with motorists and motorcyclists alike. It was absolutely beautiful. Traveling to George, South Africa on the southern coast today, and I'm on this road that would be perfect for the motorcycle. Twisty, turny mountain roads. Look at this view. Look how awesome this is. Yeah, and I'm in this little tiny rental car. But I've seen a lot of motorcyclists, so I pray that they're having a fun and safe time. But it's beautiful, and I'm enjoying it, but so much better on a motorcycle it would be. And to get some of this GoPro footage of this stuff would be great, but doing what I can. There was this placard at one of the rest areas saying that the road had been built by Italian prisoners from World War II. I really enjoyed this road, and if you're ever in the area, this should be on your short list of places to see. It's really something, and the road conditions are perfect. Very, very enjoyable travel. And then as I got to the coast into George, of course the terrain changed significantly and beautiful in a very different way. And there were some little inland lakes and things, and it was so great. And then of course the shoreline, and with the waves and like fog coming in off of the water, and it's just so crazy. I love it. And then this is some information about the flora and fauna in this particular area and how it is being threatened, so we need to be very careful. And there's all kinds of like reptiles and birds and things. And look at this, it's absolutely stunning, right? What a great area. And there's my hot rod again. And this is what the flames would look like on the other side. So much cooler, right? I need to do this. And then there was this bridge. It had these paintings on it, these murals. And I just love this stuff so much. I love art. So I had to stop and get some pictures of it. And then I started heading up the mountains again in a different location. It became dirt road almost instantly. And I was like, oh, this is not what I was expecting. And it started getting a little rougher here and there, and it got muddy, and I got way up pretty high. And I was like, okay, this is great. I'm having a great time. But it was pretty treacherous in spots, and I almost turned around in a couple spots. But look how beautiful this is. Just a stunning view. And so lush and fantastic. And I saw some baboons here and there, and a little treacherous for my little car. So this town, pronounced
De Vlot,
had a great guest house that I found on Booking. And of course it had a cat. And when we were like petting and stuff through the window, he laid down and tried to be very coy, and it was hilarious. And they even had a little fireplace so I could start a fire, and that was so fun. And this, look at this little cottage here. This was actually cheaper than a lot of campsites I've stayed at. And the woman that owns the cottage also owns this coffee shop adjacent to it. And it was so cool. And she was so great. If you see it on Booking and you're in the area, you need to stay here. I love this sign so much. Free roaming dogs, livestock, and oh yeah, children too. So it was time to leave
De Vlot,
after having such an incredible experience there, and head towards these Cango caves. And that's kind of wild too. So the route there was really beautiful, and at one point it felt like I was on Buckhorn Road, but then I saw this troop of baboons go across the road. I'm like, no, I'm definitely in Africa and not in Buckhorn Canyon, Colorado. And this particular area looked more like Laramie River Valley than Buckhorn Canyon, but still beautiful and still kind of reminded me of Colorado in some ways. Except instead of cows, they had all kinds of ostrich. There were ostrich everywhere, and I sped this up so they're kind of running funny and it kind of looks funny, but that's a lot of ostriches, and they were all over the place, just like Colorado and their cattle. So look at them all there. Those are all ostrich. So then I got to the Cango Caves, and this was interesting. I enjoyed this, and Ashley's generous contribution made this ticket possible. And it was a very interesting formation. I had a hard time with the crowd, but the guy who was giving the tour was fantastic. Listen to his accent here.
A lot of imagination, of course. Now, when they do finally form columns, they won't grow longer anymore. Instead, just like us humans, they will start to thank you for understanding. Otherwise, by far...
He was fantastic, and he was talking about how climate change has really altered the cave and a lot of the dynamics, the natural environment of the cave has changed over the years. And they have this documented. This cave has been documented for like over 400 years, so really interesting. I learned a lot. The cave was beautiful, but the guide really made the experience. And if you are ever able to go, I pray you get the same guide because he was great. Then I headed back down the mountains towards the coast to
Plettenberg Bay.
And they have this Cape Union Mart in South Africa, which is kind of like REI in the United States. But this Old Khaki, I thought that was fun. Instead of Old Navy, they have Old Khaki. And this was a rabbit that was in one of the shops I stopped at. He was pretty cute. And here was a bird getting some dinner right outside my hotel room where I was staying. And look at that big old nightcrawler he got, so fun. And here was some of the dinners that I had while I was there. A little bit more appetizing than nightcrawlers, I hope. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate your viewership. Thank you for all the contributors. That is so great. And I'd really appreciate it if you could head over to YouTube and give this video a thumbs up. That really helps me out a lot. And as always, peace and love to you all.